Pull up.
Check.
How y'all feeling tonight, y'all? We are the afternoon get down. I go by the name of DJ Entice. This is my sister right here.
What's going on, y'all? It's your girl, Super Cindy. How y'all feeling? Y'all ready for Nick Cannon? I know you've been waiting a minute. He's coming out here, ladies. You ready?
All right, y'all. So we got one question right now. Before we start, we got one question. All right, y'all. You ready? I know y'all been waiting for Nick Cannon. So 99 Jams, we got a question right now. Are you ready to get uncensored? Well, make some noise for Nick Cannon then.
Yeah. Hey. Broward County, Dade County, what's good?
I get better when I'm fake.
Make some noise.
You push my buttons, I'm afraid. I know you got some other
Where I'm sitting at?
Right here. Girl, it ain't nothing to play with.
Hey, what's good, y'all? Yo, I appreciate y'all. Yo, I just was on the longest flight of my life.
You just jumped off the jet from where?
Yo, I wish it was a jet. I should have. It was. I was economy like a mug. I was sitting next to babies and people was scared. It was like 10 hours, but like
wow.
I came here straight here for y'all because I seen the love. My man Big Mac was hitting me on. I had the Wi-Fi on the plane. He was like, they here, they loving it. I was like, yo, I'm on my way. Tell them I'm pulling up. So I appreciate the love, y'all. This is. I mean, I don't want to take over, but y'all
Let's go.
Y'all been supporting me from day one, just from the jump, and then from the music and everything like that. So I really appreciate all the love out here. And the song going crazy with Ty Dolla $ign. I just talked to him. I was trying to get him to pull up too, but his dreads wasn't all the way right.
His hair wasn't did, right?
Yeah. Shouts out to the king of R&B, Jacquees. So he on the record too. So we getting it right. So what's good?
Man, we just want to welcome you to 99 Jams Uncensored. You ready to get uncensored?
Come on, I'm all in. Let's get it.
He's ready, Cindy.
You know what? Nick, you're like such an all-around well guy, and we're going to touch on a lot of things.
Let's do it.
So the first thing I want to talk about is like everybody was so shocked about how America's Got Talent ended with your spree there.
Yeah.
What was the cause of you leaving?
Because I'm a strong black man.
There you go. There you go.
Nah, I'll give you the real story. Like I was doing, I do stand up and all of that. So I actually said some choice things that NBC actually didn't like in one of my, but it was on a whole nother network. I was my Showtime special that I was doing for Netflix and all of that.
The one-man show that you were doing?
And then I said a joke where NBC stands for be careful. And they felt the way and they threatened to fire me. And I always tell you can't fire a boss, so I quit.
Hello.
And it was more other than like the words and all of that stuff. It was more just as an artist standing on what I believe in and having some integrity about what I say and not letting somebody hang money over my head to try to treat me away. So I quit America's Got Talent and I created and produced a new show on Fox called The Masked Singer.
That's right.
That's beating America's Got Talent because it's the number one show in the variety space.
Hey, just so you know, real quick, we're not on the air. You can cuss all you want. You can do whatever you want today.
Let's get to it. Yeah, so I said NBC stands for nigga be careful.
There you go.
They ain't like that.
No, so Nick, basically, with The Masked Singer, you're the host. Do you know who's behind the mask at the beginning of the season? You know who everybody is?
I don't, because I'm also the producer of the show too. So if I wanted to know, I could, but I think it's more fun if I don't know. So I have my producers and stuff, and because I want to be in on it like with everybody else that's watching the show. I want to be guessing and stuff too. So like I tell them to go book the guests, and I don't find out until they take the mask off.
So you never knew T-Pain won?
I didn't. You know what? Because I know Pain though, and it was one time in rehearsal, and he was singing. I was like, I know that voice.
Right.
And I was like, and that's why on the last episode, I was like, it's my friend. I was like, I think I know who that is. But the way, like, everybody on set, they make your whole entourage, everybody got to wear a mask. And they keep them in this. Yeah, so you never know who it is. And for a minute, I did think it was Kevin Hart, but he was too tall. So, and then I thought it was Jamie Foxx for a minute,
So did I.
Yeah. So those were the three. And then obviously, you could tell a black person swag. So I was like, I knew it was somebody black from the way they was singing and how they was
the way he
sang
Sam Smith's record.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, okay, this might be Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, it's real talk. And then because all of the clues that they were going, I think they were trying to make, because sometimes those clues be trying to make you think it's a certain person. So I think the clues were trying to make everybody feel like it was Jamie Foxx. And since Jamie Foxx had the show on Fox, the Shazam, I was like, yeah, that got to be Jamie. And then by the time at that one time at rehearsal, I was like, yo, that sound like Pain.
Yeah.
And then that's exactly who it was.
So congratulations on the success of Masked Singer. Season 2 starts when, or when are you doing that?
Well, see, I shoot Wilin Out in May, and then I shoot, and then right at...
Radio Big Man!
Yeah, and then right after that, we go back and shoot The Masked Singer for the second season.
Non-stop.
You know what? When you were sitting in for Wendy Williams on the Wendy Williams show, the reaction of your daily show on the Wendy Williams show was amazing. So now rumors are circulating about you having your own talk show. But is it a daytime or a nighttime? Or
you know what? That's what we
tell the truth.
I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm gonna give y'all the exclusive. That's actually what we're figuring out, because I did a big deal at Fox. That's how I did The Masked Singer and a bunch of other shows that we producing. And the whole idea was to come into Fox and take over late night, because they don't have a late night show. Right. But more people watch shows during the day, kind of like that Ellen time slot, and they also don't have that either. So after I did the thing with Wendy Williams, the ratings went crazy. Everybody started, and they were like, yo, you might want to switch from doing late night into, possibly doing the daytime thing. So that's where we at with it right now. It's a much bigger bag in the daytime. So I think I might be pulling up, but I still want to, I don't want to abandon the whole late night idea, because, that's where Arsenio started. That's where a lot, so I just want to do what's ever right for the culture. So wherever the people want me to be, the new show is definitely coming top of the year. So it's going to go crazy.
Hell yeah. You ready for his talk show?
I'm be giving y'all all the tea and all of that stuff.
And moving on, Wilin Out, you're going into season 14.
Yeah, man, there's so many seasons now that I don't even count them no more.
Really?
Yeah, so because what just happened, and these are all blessings, man, because I never had any idea that, anything would take off that way. I just kept my head low and just worked hard. And now they just gave the largest order of an MTV history of 90 episodes.
90 episodes. Congratulations.
So
make some noise for that. 90 episodes.
I don't even know how I'm going to break that down into seasons. So I don't even count seasons no more. I just know we trying to get, in total, we debuting the 200th episode. And we did, we did that with Big Mac and all that. We was, So all of those new episodes ain't even aired yet, and then we got to do this other 90, so it's going to total like over 300, and that's more than like Seinfeld and all of that.
Yeah.
So we're making history in TV.
But you're looking for new talent for the Wilin Out season.
We are constantly and continually to look for new talent. So if anybody feel like they could be on Wilin Out, last time we did something like this, Big Mac, he came up to you and battled me.
Yep.
Months later, he was on the show. He was on. That's how it is. So I truly, when it comes to Wilin Out, I don't feel like that platform is even for me anymore. That's for the people. And that's where I'm always looking to give other people opportunities to become stars and shine. So that's what that stage is for. And I'm constantly always looking for that next comedian, that next rapper, that next entertainer that just want to get on there and do their thing. So I'm keeping my eye out right now. We doing the auditions right now. So, hit me in the DMs or however it is. Like, if you really feel. And the thing about Wilin Out is so easy to cast that show, because the talent always rises. Everybody thinks they can do it, but as soon as you put that microphone in somebody's hand and say, be funny, freestyle, 90% of people freeze up. Or they think they can do like the stuff on the show. And because like even when we on tour, we give people the mic to see if they could go and play Family Reunion or do the freestyle battle. They don't understand how hard that shit really is.
Pressure is
So
real.
the people who rise to the top, we put them all in the room, and we put them in the room with the DC Young Flies and the Big Macs, the Carlos, the Chico. and everybody decides who got the heat. And if you got the heat, you on the show.
And I love the ladies on the show. The ladies on Wilin Out are so fire.
Justine,
shout out to my verse.
Yeah, my verse. We got some real hitters.
Yeah. What's your favorite game on the show that you like to play yourself?
Probably all of the singing games. Probably like
games?
Family Reunion, R&B, where we get to act like we all
Family Reunion is a real good one.
Yeah, everybody love that joke. Yeah. At the family reunion,
hey,
who we introducing?
Hey,
who we introduce? See, it's classic
right.
now.
It's a classic.
It's classic.
Look, Mac looks like he wants to jump out here and do one real quick.
Hey, it's his world.
Nah, it's a real big one. That's
appreciate you. That's what's up.
Of course.
So we're gonna stick to the TV genre right now.
Let's keep going.
So let's discuss the Surviving R. Kelly docuseries.
Why are we discussing that? I wasn't on that. I wasn't on that.
No, but thank God, right? Thank
I did
God
not.
See what he did? See what he did?
I see what you did there. That's music. That's music.
Tell us about the studio session with R. Kelly creating
You trying to get
Gigolo.
some tea.
Yes, that's what we're here for, uncensored.
Nah, I'm going to keep it a stack.
Were there like a lot of girls in the studio walking around in bikinis or something?
I'm going to keep it a stack because that was definitely, we made that during that time where it was the first time, there were so many allegations going on. And you know, I'm a real dude. I kept it real with him. I walked up to him the first time and we had that conversation. And I was like, yo, there's a lot of stuff going on that's saying you did this and this. And you know, I was young, so I didn't see the tape or none of that. Right. And I was like, and he told me to my face, that wasn't me. Nigga just lied to my face. I was like, but at the time I hadn't seen it. So, you know, and the way he moves that studio, it's actually, it is on some weird, like I was in a room for like 20 hours by myself in the studio. And that's where I got so frustrated. I'm sitting here.
By yourself.
And then he had played me like a bunch of beats before. So I was like, man, I'm going to just take one of these beats and write a verse and jump on a plane. And I went back to New York. And because that was at the time I was young. So they didn't want me like cussing on records, talking crazy, none of that stuff. I said, I'm gonna just spit a bunch of bars about the stuff I'm really going through. Pimp bones in my body, rock them. I was just angry. And then I just left the studio. And then I get a call from the head of the label like 3 weeks later, like, yo, that song Gigolo you guys made in Chicago is amazing. I was like, I ain't make no damn song called Gigolo. I was like, nigga kept me in the room for 20 hours. I didn't even see him.
Wow.
And then I guess so he heard my verse, went in and did that hook, and then sent the song to the label.
And that's the hook he came up with after hearing your
So
verse.
Lord knows what he was doing for them 20 hours, right?
Man.
But that's how he made the song.
Why do you think, like all the years that all the rumors were circulating, nobody cared? Like we all.
That's what I said.
We
all.
care.
That's one of those things where everybody in the industry, all the fans, we turned a blind eye. Like we watched this whole process from we saw the thing with Aaliyah. We seen it.
Right.
And as a father now, when you step up and you see somebody and you be like, you feel a different way.
It feels a different way, of course.
You know what I'm saying? You feel a way
Right.
where you like. I probably wouldn't have done certain things if we would have known, but I'm as guilty as everybody else is for just turning a blind eye.
So I want everybody in the building to show Nick Cannon mad love, because you are a college student.
Yeah.
Hey,
About to graduate.
That's what's up.
Howard University. I had class today. That's even one part of the Yeah, you know, so like I go to Howard twice a week. That's what I'm supposed to. It's about to be finals. We getting up, but yeah, I got a full load classes. I got one more year before I get my undergrad, and then I'm on a escalated master's program too. So by the end of by 2021, I'll have a master's in criminology. So we on.
Wow.
Criminology.
Yeah. Administration of justice, to be specific. Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah. So we get.
So how do you juggle? Because, a lot of people have problems like with their trying to do a lot of things throughout their life. How do you juggle? You're such a busy person. So many TV shows, music, so much stuff going on, and going to school.
I feel like it's all one job. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like I'm just an entertainer. I'm blessed enough to wake up every day and be creative. Like God has given me that blessing. So I feel like they're going to take it away from me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I just feel like, and now I'm at that place where I could give other people opportunities. So it's more about just setting up platforms and building platforms for my community to be able to grow. So that's where my focus is. I don't see it as a job. I see it as paying it forward and helping out that next person in entertainment.
There it is. Real gems.
And that's
So
it. The
dope.
Quincy Joneses, the Dr.
Right,
Dre's,
right.
you know, all of these people that we look up to. I looked up to them, and now they gave me opportunities. So now it's time for me to give, you know, the next generation opportunities.
That's definitely what's up.
There it is.
Yeah, for
Can
sure.
I just tell you how much I love your Cannons class?
Oh,
That
yeah, we
is
go.
so
James class is dope.
dope.
Appreciate it. Yeah, now we about to go heavy too, because we go from the educational standpoint,
Yeah.
but now it's starting, you know, we did the interview with Dame Dash, KRS-One, but now it's about to get a lot of political figures are coming on, a lot of people, and it all starts from a place of curriculum and framing questions, and then the podcast is about to get even bigger because I'm about to, you know, with the TV show and all that
Yeah.
stuff coming on, so those are those times where you can just solely just talk about education and intellectual aspects, again, for our community.
Where are you filming that at, Howard?
I film it at Howard
Oh,
mostly.
so I was
dope.
gonna say it looks like the
Yeah,
library.
I
or
film it
something.
at the library in Howard, and then also sometimes in LA when I'm in LA filming.
Yo, Nick, I saw a meme that said, "I wish Black lives mattered to Black people." How do
Right.
you feel about that statement?
I think it is. I think those was one of those statements. Again, when I tell people we use that statement, Black Lives Matter. We know our lives matter. You know what I mean? It ain't really about saying do Black lives matter like that. I hate the terms black on black crime.
Yeah.
Like that's another term that was created from society. You know what I mean? Like we know how much we mean to each other.
Yeah.
The only reason why we came out with the statement Black Lives Matter because there was a group of people that felt like Black lives didn't matter. And it was one of those statements that was supposed to bring everybody closer together, but it ended up dividing people because it shows how deep the hatred can be not only in American society, but definitely in our community. It's one of those things where over the years we have been generationally institutionalized in our mindsets to where we're taught that we're each other's enemies.
Yeah.
And then therefore that we're second-class citizens so other people can treat us that way. So it truly does start with our community understanding that we are royalty here. We're kings, we're queens.
Hello?
The value in our spirit.
Facts.
The God energy that we have inside of us. Once we continue to reflect that, then everybody else will understand that we do matter as well.
I definitely co-sign that.
Message.
That's right.
Hey, we ain't come here to preach, though. We ain't preaching. We
Why
party.
not? No, you know, a little bit is all right.
Look,
Little
you
bit is
always
all
got to
right.
have a solid message, though.
Of course, of
Yeah.
course. Now, and you spoke about politics now on Cannon's class and stuff. You just had
Yeah.
Omarosa on there.
Yeah.
That was a big interview.
That was interesting because and people we gonna drop some more of those because we just started dropping that one.
Right.
She actually helped. She was the only Black person in the White House, pretty much.
right.
Hello?
And when you
Right.
think about it, and people don't even know this is Omarosa's second term in the White House. She worked with Al Gore and was about to work with Hillary Clinton as well. So
Wow.
we see her as just Omarosa from the reality show
Reality
stuff.
Right.
But she actually is really politically savvy. And I'm actually anti-government and anti-politics, but I know a lot about it.
Yeah.
So we got into it. It got heavy. I was asking her, about, how she didn't see that Donald Trump was racist. And she asked me how I didn't see that R. Kelly was a pervert.
Okay.
we was going at it. But that's the beauty to be able to have those real conversations because everybody's not always going to agree, but at least we can have clarity in conversation,
Right.
and be able to do it like adults. So that's where we went with it. It was good.
So let's go to the sad passing of Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah. Rest in
Like,
peace.
His death definitely started a wave of compassion, people caring, uniting together. Like
Yeah.
you being on the West Coast, what did you see being on the West Coast?
I mean,
then?
that's somebody who was near and dear to me. So even regardless of, where someone's from or what someone represents, when you see a king taken away from us way too early, it creates a turmoil and sorrow across the world. But as you can see, with great sorrow comes great awakening. And I feel like it's awakened this community, it's awakened Black people, it's awakened everyone around the world to understand that value of life is tremendous. So, at this time, I just give so much love and respect to his family for the way they've handled this situation. I mean, his mother was one of the most powerful women I've ever seen and witnessed in a scenario like this. Yeah. All the things that she said to the community and the fact that, and even his grandmother wanting to forgive all the people that were involved, like that, to me, that hit my heart in a way that was like, I know to see my mom or to see my grandmother, that would be something that would be just, I don't know how I would deal with it. So I just send love, respect, and admiration to his entire family.
And
that's so
you've been very, very vocal on continuing the marathon.
Yeah, we got to continue the marathon. That's what we're here to do as a people, right? We got to continue everything that Nipsey stood for. I mean, he was one of those things, like, they talk about Tupac. Tupac was great because he was all about the community, but Nipsey was in the community, being about the community. Right. So somebody who never left and somebody who continued to carry that message on, that's what we got to do. We got to stay in our communities, never leave our communities, don't abandon our people, and keep it pushing forward.
So you're going to continue the work that he was doing on the documentary of Dr. Sebi. I saw pictures that you were posted up with Dr. Sebi's family.
Yeah, it's one of, everybody, I was diagnosed with lupus nephritis when in 2012.
Okay.
So that's when I first kind of got introduced to Dr. Sebi's practices. I actually had heard about him when Left Eye was working with him. But then for myself, I started implementing those diets. So I was already in tune. So me and Nip even would have conversations about that. And then so now I feel like continuing the marathon, and more importantly, like, because I don't ever want to feel like it's on like a clout chasing type of aspect. I want everyone to focus and understand that passing of our king is probably the most prominent, the most important thing we need to focus on. Yeah. But when the timing is right, you definitely gonna see everything that he was talking about, I'm talking about, Dr. Sebi's talking about. We gonna bring that to the people, and we ain't scared. We operating fearless, and that's how we gonna get it done.
Okay, because they were saying now that you're gonna get it, people are gonna be after you because you're.
Tell them bring it. We ready.
So moving on now, you've been on and off with your music.
Yeah.
But you're back heavy now. Incredible Gang is back heavy.
Yeah, we going hard. Y'all like that Nobody Else record with Ty Dolla and Jacquees? That's what I'm saying. We going up. We appreciate the love, too. Y'all been playing it like crazy.
All day.
Hey, turn up. Thanks for the... Does that count as a spin? Does that count? I need that.
So what else you got going on musically though? What's really the Incredible Gang?
The Incredible Gang, again, it's a bunch of dope artists that we already love, mixed in with new artists that I'm signing and giving an opportunity to. Okay. So every record, every song we put together, we always put a vibe of somebody new mixed in with somebody that's established. And that's just, as a producer, again, I'm trying to get my Quincy Jones on. Right. Quincy Jones would bring mad people together. Like, he'd have somebody like Barry White and Al B. Shore and Elder Barge all on one record. Right. So I was taking that whole vibe, and that's how we put this whole project together. So we worked with everybody from Quavo, Rick Ross, so many people, Fat Joe, Jacquees, Ty Dolla $ign, along with all my other new artists. So people like Natalie Nicole, Suave, It's a Movie. So it's like a bunch of young kids mixed in with other people. And then we got some of the illest beat makers in the game, from Zaytoven, Hitmaker, OG Parker, and we just putting out hot records.
So let me ask you a question. Has there ever been anybody from Wilin Out that you were like, I might sign you?
Absolutely. Justina Valentine.
Yeah?
She going heavy. We got records with her. She's part of the Incredible Gang. And then, of course, my dude Hitman Holla is crazy. Yeah. Hitman go crazy. And we do those Black Squad mixtapes, too. So to me, honestly, everybody on Wilin Out with musical talent should be an artist. So we done seen, like, DC Young Fly got a hot record out right now. Emmanuel Hudson. Like, everybody on the show is gifted in that way. To even be on Wilin Out, not only do you have to be funny, but you have to have music ability too. So I could see anybody on Wilin Out being one of the next big stars in music.
Wait a minute, Radio Big Mac has music ability?
He be up there. He a freestyle. Big Mac be freestyling.
Oh yeah, he's a rapper. I forgot.
Yeah.
I thought musical like
Nah, he can't sing for shit. Nah.
Wow.
Go ahead. Let me hear you sing, Big Mac.
This is my sorry for 2004, and I ain't gonna mess up no more.
That big Ruben studded ass.
So here's a question for you. Other than Gigolo,
Yeah.
what's like one of the records you regret the most that you feel like, damn, like this is a record I shouldn't have done?
Oh man, I know exactly. Your pops don't like me. It was me and Pete. He had the shit. I hate that fucking song. No, but because I did an interview about that. That was probably the first record where, as an artist, I had to compromise what I wanted to do. Because like I said, I came up in the West Coast and I was trying to be on some like conscious, real focus. But everybody knew me from Nickelodeon, so they were like, "Yo, you got to do something like Will Smith. Parents just don't understand." And I was like, "Nah, I'm a grown ass man. I'm trying to rap about real stuff."
Right.
And I had to do that, or the label was like, "Yo, either do this or you do nothing." And I went in, I produced it myself. Then they put me in with this kid that nobody had heard of at some time named Pharrell.
Who's that?
It's some
Who's
dude
that
with
guy?
his dad mustache and a trucker hat. And they was like, nah, he about to be the next dude. So we built his track didn't even really sound right because he was making it like some Nickelodeon stuff. I was like, at least let me keep the more bounce to the ounce sample that I originally produced.
Right.
And then Petey Pablo was in the studio, who I was a huge fan of. So I was like, all right, well, we'll put him on the hook instead of this Pharrell dude, because I don't even know who he is. That's how crazy it was back then. We didn't even know. And then the song came out. I mean, a lot of kids liked it, and it worked for that demographic when we was on the Scream tour and all of that stuff. But I wish I would have stuck to my guns and actually just did the type of records that I wanted to. And then I got to it eventually. I mean, I made my next project, I was making records with Kanye and Anthony Hamilton about, Can I Live? That's probably one of my favorite records. Boom, he be on top
point.
of it.
You see him, he on point.
Me and Kanye produced that record, and that record was about my mom going to an abortion clinic, but she said a voice inside of her said, to let the baby live, and I was like, that's me. And so to this day, that's one of the most special records, and people come up to me all the time saying like, yo, I'm here because of that record, or my mom said she was gonna get an abortion until she played that record. So stuff like that, like that's beyond anything you can do in music because you saving lives. So to go from your pops don't like me to a record like that, it's a cool musical journey.
Definitely.
Where can people get your incredible headphones? Because that's what I use in the studio. I have
I appreciate you.
orange pair.
They everywhere, wherever you go to buy your cell phones. I mean, T-Mobile stores, AT&T stores, all of those different spots got them. For a minute, I was one of the owners of Radio Shack before they went bankrupt. But we had them there. But now they were exclusively there. But now you can go to like Best Buy or any place you pick up a phone, you can buy the incredible headphones.
You know what, Nick? We talked about so many things of the things you're into: TV, music, documentaries, everything.
Yeah.
Being an activist, because you are an activist.
I appreciate
your
you.
podcast. Can you describe to me a day in the life of Nick Cannon? Like, okay, you're gonna wake up in the morning. Now go. What do you do?
That's the thing. I'll probably ain't wake up. I'll probably just already been up. I don't sleep.
You don't sleep?
At all. So I take naps periodically throughout the day. I actually do like sleep studies to see when the best time. It's like a balance of where the moon and the sun is and how much sleep you need. So I stopped like laying down in the bed going to sleep years ago. But that, again, goes to time management to get as much as you can possibly get out your day. So I'm in the gym at 5 a.m. That's usually so.
Yeah, because, wait, not to keep going, but wait. You always dress like this, but then you'll go on Instagram and show all your muscles.
It's something up under here. It's something up under here.
Why don't you ever show like your biceps and your muscles and your abs?
I do on Thirst Trap Thursdays. But nah, I mean, because I'm not like that type of dude that's always like trying to show off muscles and stuff. But yeah, that's really to keep my health going. You know what I mean? I used to work out to look good. Now I work out to live.
Stay alive.
You know what I mean? Because with my condition, I got to stay on point all the time. So it keeps me in the gym every day. 2 hours in the gym, sometimes like 5 to 7. And then from there, that's when I'm at the office. And luckily, like out in the West Coast and even in my crib on the East Coast, my gym is connected to the office. So I can just go straight from the gym and then start doing all the stuff and running the companies. And then by the time we in the middle of the day, that's usually when it's time to go to set if I'm filming Wilin Out, AGT, or the Masked Singer, whatever I'm working on at the time. And then from there, it's the studio and then the club, and then do it all over again.
Do you ever?
For being a daddy is the number one priority. You gotta my son has karate every Friday, so I'll miss that today. But it's like you always gotta figure out the little times and to get the family activities in. This Easter weekend, so we setting up all the baskets and all of that stuff, and doing the Easter egg hunts, all them pagan activities that we do, and we gonna get to it.
Do you ever think about your net worth? Like with everything you do, what's your net worth? Do you ever think about like all the hard work you put in, what your net worth is as a result?
I don't have to think about it no more. That's the blessing.
Oh my God,
you know what I mean? I'm blessed enough now to where I want others to build their own net worth. So I want to teach others how to get their bag up and provide for my family and my offspring and my community. So now it's like I've made all the money that I ever wanted to make. And now when it comes in, I just want to figure out how to spread it around to our people.
Spread it around to our people. What advice do you have for us? Spread it, Nick.
Really, it's like first you got to start with something that you love. Because that's where true wealth comes from. Do something that you love, that you really, truly care about. And whether it's the people you love or whether it's whatever art you into, whatever you do. So they say you find something that you love, you'll never have to work a day in your life. And that's true because passion drives everything. And then from there, just invest in yourself. Every dollar that you make, put it into yourself, however you can do it, whether it's into your appearance, your look, how you present yourself. They always say dress for the job you want, not the one you got. You know what I'm saying? So you always got to be forward thinking and putting it out there. And that's how we get it. At the end of the day, like it sounds simple, but if you do what you love and you dedicate 100% to it, it's going to work out for you.
So what's next for you, Hollywood? Drumline 3?
Hey, that's funny. DC Young Fly want to star in the next Drumline.
Really?
I would watch that. That'd be ill.
You could come back and be like,
and be the dude, one of the owners of the school now.
Right, something like that.
So, I don't know.
Because you did just do like a movie on
I just
iTunes,
did a movie with, we just did a movie with Chris Brown, Birdman, and DC Young Fly, Cedric the Entertainer, and it's about female basketball. It's called She Ball. So that's the next one to come out. Okay. And then I just did a film in Dubai with Pierce Brosnan, on some 007 heist movie. So we did that. So we got a bunch of movies coming out, from documentaries to action movies to comedies. They all coming. So we're going to keep them rocking.
And since you in Miami, I'm sure, I know a couple girls will probably want to know, Tatiana life, or what's the lifestyle now?
Man, I'm so busy, but I'm never too busy to spend time with a beautiful young lady. So I'm saying I'm as single as a slice of cheese. I'm as single as a hit record. So that you always got to have time for that. You got to find somebody that can ride with you. That's a ride or die. That can rock with you the whole time. You know what I mean? Somebody that can really. So
do they slide in your DMs, or how do they get to you? Like, how can you reach Nick Cannon if they got a crush on you?
I'm a grown ass man. I don't really know about the sliding into the DM. But to each his own. I've never really met anybody through that process, but I like to meet people in person. I like to see what you really look like. I don't want to see your representative on Instagram. I don't want to see all the airbrush. I want to hear your conversation and see what it really is. So it's usually just tapping in and meeting people in person. That's the last. Anybody that I could take seriously, it got to be all about a conversation.
Nick, we want to thank you so much for getting uncensored with the 99
y'all went all the way in. We got uncensored for real. I appreciate it. That's love.
Of course.
Yeah.
Nah, thank you for coming through, man. We love you at 99 Jams.
All day. I appreciate it.
Y'all make some noise for Nick Cannon, y'all.
Hey. Hey. Oh, hey. God bless y'all.